Greetings, fellow Facebookites and fellow YouTubeites. Today is Thursday, April the 18th of 2013. And once again, I didn't actually say this for because I've heard all about this. I'm sure many people all across Texas have heard this. It's kind of funny this would happen. I don't mean funny, but you know what I mean. This would happen on the heels of what happened in Boston this past Monday. It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Let me just make sure. Yeah, but well, anyway, this yeah, what? Okay, here we are. Yeah, it something that happened yesterday. Now, I think I mentioned on my very first video that I was from the high plains of West Texas. But I'm sure many of you people probably heard what happened in the town of West Texas. You see, the name of the town is West. You see, it's not anywhere. It's not in West Texas. I don't wish to make puns about things like this, but it's kind of a coincidence, But anyway, the town of West Texas. It's near the city of Waco. Okay, and anyway, what happened yesterday? There's a blast. There was an explosion that devastated the little town of West Texas. And so I'll tell you what, if you'll hold on for a second, I'm going to show you this video that I discovered here. Okay, and okay, this will include. Okay, let me make sure I've got it. I'll move it over. Actually, I can just hold it like that. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to pick up the audio when I play this, but listen.
Rescue crews are searching for survivors after the massive explosion at a fertilizer plant. Cameras were rolling and captured the power of the blast as it happened. Derek Hunt and his daughter were also recording at the time of the explosion.
Oh, you okay?
Dad,
You okay?
I can't hear.
Come here.
I can't hear. Get out of here.
I thought it killed both of us, really, to be honest with you.
The blast so strong it extended out into the community that surrounds the plant.
The windows came in on me, the roof came in on me, the ceiling came in. I worked my way out to go get some more help.
Several volunteer firefighters battling the initial blaze were caught up in the explosion and are now missing. The blast destroyed a 4-block area around the plant that included 50 to 75 homes, an apartment complex, and nursing home which was being evacuated.
There are homes flattened. Part of that community is gone.
The search for survivors is being hampered by the unstable conditions of many of the homes and buildings.
Once they get a structure secured, then and only then are they being allowed to go in and actually start. It is tedious.
West Texas is a small, tight-knit community of about 2,800 people, all of whom are distraught about what's happened here.
This tragedy has most likely hit every family. It's touched practically everyone in that town.
It's still too soon to know what caused the initial fire or the explosion. Just last year, though, the federal regulators fined the company that operates the plant for safety violations. Meanwhile, the ATF's National Elite Response Team has been called in to investigate. Chris Sadeghi, NBC News, West Texas.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. Oh, man. Imagine that. A blast that big. You know. And from, I'll tell you what, from what I understand, I think, let me take a look at something here. Yeah, according to this other report here, this report from this TV station website from Midland, Texas. It sees, to give you an idea of the size of the blast in the town of West, it had the impact of a small earthquake and was heard more than 40 miles away. News West 9 spoke with the U.S. Geological Survey to get an inside look at what the explosion looked like to scientists. The USGS says the explosion was so intense and sent major vibrations into the ground. Seismometers were able to record those vibrations at multiple USGS stations. The farthest station that was able to pick up the explosion was over 400 miles away from the town of West. 400 miles! Huh. Scientists created a map of which cities felt the ground shake. A slight shake was felt in Midlothian and even far north in Plano. The magnitude of that explosion was compared to a 2.1 earthquake. And a geophysicist said it registered as a magnitude 2.1 earthquake, but it's not an earthquake. We're using the Richter scale to show the energy that our instruments recorded. When the explosion or when an explosion occurs that's large enough, it'll send enough energy to the ground to cause the ground to vibrate or shake. That's basically what the seismometers pick up. The seismometer that picked up the explosion was near Lake Whitney. That's about 30 miles northwest from where the explosion took place. And I think there's been quite a number of deaths at that in that town of West, and a lot of injuries too. But imagine that, you know. I wonder if, and just remember the other day when I passed along, one of my fellow Facebook guides said about, she was talking about what happened in near Waco at that, the Branch Davidian, and then Oklahoma City, Columbine, and Virginia Tech, and now the Boston Marathon. Well, you can add this tragedy to the list of happenings of disastrous tragedies during the month of April, regardless of the year. Anyway, my heart goes out to all the people around the town of West, Texas, and in other communities nearby. They're impacted by this whole thing. What more can I say? Total tragedy there, and what happened this past Monday at the Boston Marathon. It blows my mind. That's all I can say. So my heart goes out to those people. And it's kind of funny to end this whole thing, end this program on a happy note. Oh yes, before I get onto that, something else about, today marks 1 year since we lost Mr. Forever Young himself, Dick Clark. Yep. Yeah, I'll tell you what, he was the man who made entertainment what it is today. That's why I like to think about him. He did a whole bunch of wonderful things, and And of course, you know, he hosted so many things, American Bandstand, the Blooper and Practical Joke shows, all the way down to one of my favorite game shows, the $25,000 Pyramid, you know. So, and I remember some time ago, shortly before the end of this past year, I passed along a little comic strip on my Facebook. It showed a little caricature of Dick Clark with angel wings on. He's way up in the sky. He's holding that New Year's Eve ball, and he says, "This year I'm dropping the ball from a higher place to ring in the new year," you know. Yep. So, yep, Dick Clark. The man who, like I said, excuse me, the man who made entertainment what it is today. Okay, now on to that happy note. It's a boithday shout out. This goes out to a cousin of mine, Jeff McBee. Happy birthday to you, man. I love you. So anyway, happy birthday to him. And once again, my heart goes to all the people in and around the town of West Texas. And what more can I say? Tragedy happening to that small town. Well, with that being said, that's going to do it for me for today. So until next time, crisscross applesauce out. See you later.